All right. What's up, Capriana? You do bench press today. Program calls for 3 sets, 270 times 10, 290 times 8, 305 for a minimum of 6 reps, maximum of 8. This is week 2 muscular conditioning hypertrophy with higher degree of difficulty. It's a condensed powerlifting program that's 6 weeks. So it's trying to cram 12 weeks of training into 6 weeks. Fit Flamer mode. What's up? Damn, 385 on incline. That's a lot. Not super heavy. I'm still conditioning, so I'm only going up to 305 for 8 reps. Maybe more. Maybe I guess we'll see how we feel. The program only calls for 308 for 6 to 8 reps, but if I'm feeling froggy, I'll push it a little more. Andre, what's up? Go to panel. Andre, do I know you? Looking good. Thanks, Fit. Booker Best, what's up? So I got a little egg timer, and I'm gonna set this thing so I don't get stuck talking to you guys too long. What happened yesterday when I was doing deadlifts is we were having fun in the chat, and I was taking way too much time between sets. Andre, you're new here. So, okay, I thought you might. I have a couple. I have 2 friends named Andre, and I thought you might be one of them. Welcome. What's your rep? Today I'm only working up to 305. I'm training to compete on March 15th, where I will be attempting a 400-pound bench. My best bench in competition is 385. You gotta be able to pause it and then press on command. And where a lot like generally speaking, you need to bench about 25 pounds more touch and go to be able to do a pause rep. So if you're gonna pause 405 pounds, you probably need to be able to be benching in the gym about 425. What color is your beard? It's kind of all over there. I have a little girl poodle dog. Her name is Chelsea. Well, awesome. Right. What's that pill that you have to take once you cycle yourself out? I don't take any pills, Ambrose. Now, I think if you're talking about like guys, younger guys that are on PEDs, if they stop taking them, they probably take what's called post-cycle therapy, and that could be a variety of things, and that's designed to restart the body's natural testosterone production. But I am a 50-year-old man, so I don't do that. The next dream, what's up? Tell a dad joke. What's got 4 wheels and flies? Come on, somebody guess. 4 wheels and flies. Come on, someone guess. I know a guy that juicy, but I forgot after his cycle. We call that contempt prior to investigation. You probably have some presumptions about me. All right, let me get my warm up. Like 4 wheels and flies. What has 4 wheels and flies? That's the dad joke. I'm gonna do my warm up set. Somebody come up with an answer. We'll go close grip. Borussia says garbage truck. It's a dead person in a wheelchair. What's my dog doing? Dead person in a wheelchair. Dad joke. Set my timer. All right. Everyone quiet. Well, I guess I could just get right into my second set. Crazy shoulders. I do have some pretty big delts. A lot of lighting, though. The key to fitness is to have really good lighting. I knew what I was doing when I hung that thing. Do you even lift? That's a dad joke. I'm doing all right. Octosaurus. I like that name. Yeah. I was supposed to do sparring tonight, Muay Thai, but I don't know, man. The evening just went to crap, and decided to take your advice and pursue becoming a police officer. Cop, I said cop. Just wanted to say thank you for helping me find my passion. So let me ask you, what are you doing to follow your passion? What's your course of action? I always try to, like, when people are looking to get into something, I like to ask them to give me like an outline, like a rough plan on what they're planning on doing. What's up, Ian? Man, it's cold in this garage. Might have to turn my heater on. All right, I guess I'll do my second warm up here. That's my first working set. 270. 270. Why don't they just make it 275 so you just throw a 25-pound plate on there? 270. In my country, becoming a cop is a simple process. Going to join the academy soon and just grind from there. Oh, right on. Yeah, it's a little it's a little harder depending on the state you're at in the United States. There's usually a process. It's an interviewing process, like a psychological exam, and then you have to go to an academy. Like I was going to become a CHP at California Highway Patrol, and I did all the testing up until going to the academy. My father's a retired police chief who spent 50 years on the force. And when I told him about it, I thought he would be happy, but he wasn't. Because he said to me, he goes, are you doing this because I'm a police officer and you're just following my footsteps? And I said, yeah. And he said, don't do that. I said, you find your thing, do your thing. Don't do something because you think I want you to do it. And I was like, wow. So after going home, I reflected on it. I was like, am I really doing this because I want to? And I'm not saying I made better choices. Maybe I should have. But it definitely had an interesting career path to get to where I am now. uh, Gayest guy on YouTube Live. Sorry, Gene. I'm married. Can't help you, brother. Uh, but maybe I can help point you in the right direction. Gene's looking for love. Somebody show Gene some love. Let's hug it up. Hug it up, people. All right. Lightweight, baby. Yeah. Troll patrol starting. This is where it gets fun, though. Gene got banned from another live. You know, I didn't realize this, but it's like I was digging into the demographics of YouTube. Let me set my timer here. And I got my channel. I'm not accustomed to having younger men like under the age of 18 on my channel. It's usually guys closer to my age, or somewhere between. There's a pretty good group that's between like 25 and 40, and then like 45 and older. So the younger kids, like I didn't realize this. It's like it's almost like a culture of trolling. But here's the problem I kept running into, because normally I'm used to like proper trolls. Like these guys are like really vile people. Like they'll dig your past up. They'll harass your family. They'll call your places at work. Like really, really malicious stuff. The younger kids, like my son's 13, they just get online and they just talk shit. But they're not very good at it. So I was sparring with these mental midgets, and I thought they were grown men. And I said to this one kid, I was like, wow, you're really stupid. What are you, like 12? And he goes, yeah, I am. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm talking to a minor. So, so now I got to be really careful, because I didn't realize that, I can't be like getting into it with kids under the age of 18. And yeah, like Tony D. Leon here, like I have mods. They'll just get rid of your comments when you spam and racism. Let's see, what was he trying to spell out? Word F A. Okay, Tony's gone. Let's see, I'm gonna get rid of him. What's up, Julio? Well, what we look for with our trolls is cleverness. We have something we can all laugh at. I don't care if you guys make fun of me, but it's got to be something funny, something I can work with, so we can go back and forth. You got to get on here and be like, "Yeah, you're gay," or "You take steroids." Like, okay, wow. Bet you really think you got him, huh? Like, do me a favor. Read your comment to yourself and think, would I be offended by this? Or do I sound like a moron? And, act accordingly. Yeah. No, I got rid of him, Ian. Dog Wati. It's the lighting. Mr. Chicken. I like that name. What's up? Ian, well, Ian, we have a relationship. You and I have known each other for a while, and my son's 13. The stream just started. Jace, Day of Evil. How's your day? Weird. Had a weird day. Ian, yeah, we have a lot in common, Ian. More than you realize. Where's olive oil? I had a Popeye joke, but I lost it. Damn it. Sasquatch, what's up? Oh, my alarm went off. At Pathkeeper, I get that, but I'm becoming a cop because it's something I've always aspired to be, and I don't want to do something just for money. That is the perfect reason to do it. That's the same thing with me in joining the Marine Corps. I just wanted to be a Marine.
Nah, boy, it's cold out here.
What's up, baby girl?
Nothing much. Why are you timing yourself?
So I don't talk too long.
Ah.
Military lifting, white blonde hair. I'm from Brazil. Nice. Do you smoke? No. I've been substance free since 2013. All right, kiddo. I'm gonna do my.
Exercise.
You got. Oh, I gotta put the weight on first. All right. Let's see here.
Fix our internet. My tablet's still not working.
Go see mom.
Okay.
Where the fuck is my other 10? Son of a bitch. We're missing weights. Ugh. How many reps do I have to do this one for here? Let's see. 10. That's 270 for 10. Why bombs in the live without talking? What about Ian? Called JG Wentworth. What's up, Hans? Now Hans, he's a proper troll. He can take you guys to school. My sister, what's up, Kat? It looks like an axle press. No, it's a football bar. Here, let me tilt it for you. I like it. I rehabbed a previous shoulder injury from bench pressing. So I like the football bar because it allows me to change the grip up, and it's just a little easier on the shoulders. And some just safety, you know. Here we go. My own mod. Fighting with the homie. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. What about Ian? Elon. You like this shirt? My wife got it for me. I don't like wearing it too, like, when I go to the gym, I don't like having a shirt with, like, I saw this one guy, he was wearing a shirt that says, my warm-up is more than your workout. And I was looking at him, I'm like, no, it's not. Like, are you in beast mode? Like, I'm walking around, I'm in beast mode. All right. Jay, I need a trainer. What are you trying to accomplish, Jay? What are you trying to train for? Captain Coconut, what's up? We got Mary Slayton. Where do you store your weights at?
She fixed
right there. What are your thoughts on airplanes? I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on airplanes, but I need some context. Don't you use a regular bar whenever you compete? Yeah, we typically use a power bar, Dayton. What are you competing in? On March 15th, I go the Nevada State Open Championships here in Las Vegas. There's a powerlifting meet. I will be trying to break the national records for age 50, 220 weight class. You're not hard, son. Don't you ever step foot in Idaho. I can't imagine like a reason to go to Idaho. There were 4 bodybuilders in the gym. It's my sister Kat. I worked out today and we exchanged interesting conversations. They seem to think powerlifters have no diet control. It's not that they don't have diet control, it's just that they don't diet. Yes, how can I help you? Okay.
ruining it.
What's your total? My total on record is 1650. Currently, I'm hitting around 1720 in the gym. Oh, the notification troll. Yeah, I imagine there's a guy sitting on his toilet who thinks he's probably like clever. Oscar Mod Wannabe, what's up? Thank you, I appreciate that. Imtiaz Khan, good to see you, my boy. Look like superstar Salman Khan. Oh, my wife's in the chat. What's up, baby? Christina Remington is the managing moderator. She's my manager, essentially. DJ Gaminji, what's up? Let's see. Hey, bro, I talked to you a week ago about going for 405. That's Mikey's 35 bro. I didn't get it, but I held it 4 inches above my chest for like 30 seconds. Couldn't extend it out. Is it my tris or shoulders? So your sticking point's right off the chest, which is very, very common for a lot of lifters. I would say, I mean, you're right there. You've almost got it. You might have to, like, at that point, if you're just trying to grind out a PR and you just can't quite get it, I would wait 4 or 5 days, drop the weight, like take like 10% off of it, and try to PR that rep range, and do that for a couple of weeks, and then I bet you'll get it. Also add tempo to your lifts, so really go slow on the declines and then fire them off. Now you could also extend the range of motion and work in the lower range, but you're right there. If you're getting it right off your chest, you almost have it. Just people get caught up trying to repeat grinding it because they're so close, and it actually it's to the detriment of the lift. So if you just back up a little bit and try to wrap it out for a little bit, you'll get it. What's my RPM? What do you mean? Buster. He's retracting his messages. I think you might be starting shit with the wrong person, Buster. I'm not sure. I don't know what you're saying. I'm from Morocco and I want to start training, but I'm broke. When I didn't have anything, I would just pick heavy shit up. I had a gas pipe with brake rotors, and I used that to bench. I'd go to the park and do like dips and pull-ups on the handrails, and just find heavy stuff. I used to do curls with water jugs. Is it okay to use plastic weights? Weight is weight, man. 45 pounds is 45 pounds. What do you think about Sustanon 250? Well, I mean, what do you mean what I think about it? Pasta and mince. What's your RPM? If you don't know, it's fine. What do you mean by RPM, Dayton? My max right now I would say deadlift I'm probably right around 680, 690, somewhere in there. Squat I'm in 660, 670 territory, and bench I'm right around 405. Too much grinding makes you a grinder. Do 15 pull-ups. Make me. Thank you, Tyrone. Have you talked to West Coast Wolverine recently? Milan. No, I don't talk to any of those guys. If they come here and talk to me, cool. But I don't. I think that's the thing. It's like, so this has been happening. People bring up those guys, and I give my thought or opinion on something, and then they clip the screen and they're posting them as shorts. So it looks like I'm talking shit about them. which I'm completely fine with because I did say it on my stream. So it's like, okay. Um, but it's like these guys are desperately trying to get me to engage with these small content creators that have no significance or bearing on my life whatsoever. And they're totally welcome to come on stream and talk to me. I don't care, but I'm not interested in their anything. I don't care about them. They can say what they want. They can make videos. Like it's kind of weird. It's like they're kind of picking a fight with a guy that has like I don't know. I don't know what their obsession is. I really don't. It's because I'm not giving him attention. I mean, I don't know. Did your dad not love you as a child? Talk to me. You know, I don't know what your problem is. I've never seen you actually lifting. I know you rest in between sets, but you actually lift on here. Occasionally. Soft won't do 15. I can do way more than 15, but like, why would I? I'm not your monkey boy. I'm in the middle of, like, I have a lifting program I'm following. Jason Josh. Asking a Marine to do 15 pull-ups is like who couldn't? That's not even a challenge. Like, maybe I'll strap 100 pounds around my waist. Let's see. Somebody asked me how old I am. I'm 50. Lots of good nature, positive people in the lifting community. Don't give time to negative people. Well, but we do like to, if they do come on and they say stupid shit, we do try to have fun with it. Homosexual necrophiliac pirate looking dude. Yar. That's checking off a lot of boxes in the intersect. He came out of the womb like that, crafty. I think you are misunderstood. Oleta. Oh, I don't know. What's happening, bud? Steve, what's up? Guillermo, hell no. Would you die for Israel? I don't understand the question. You aren't doing 50 pull-ups. Stop it, Red 77. Dude, just go look at my playlist. You know what I mean? Like, I don't waste my time with unweighted pull-ups. Like, drop or give me 50. Okay. You can bench 400 pounds. You better be able to do 50 push-ups. Read the Talmud says about Jesus, we have a problem. What's the problem, Bing Bing? Do you use an app called Home Workouts? No, I got one I'm messing around with. It's on my phone. It's not Renaissance Periodization. It's Lifting Vault. What is your max PR or bench? Recently, the heaviest I've gone is 405 for a double. Now they say have you ever seen him lift either? Now that you say it, haven't seen him lift either. But matter of fact, you guys ever look at my page? Like, have you gone to my channel, or do you just see me on streams? You click that little, where is it at? Where's that little bubble at? Right over there. Click on that, and it takes you to my page where it's got all my videos, and you can see like playlists, like PRs and stuff. I've got a video where I show all of the times I hit over 405 pounds. It's like 2-3 minutes long. My opening video is me squatting 600 for the first time in competition. I literally have like, you just go look. I've probably got 100 videos of me doing pull-ups. Like, it's not hard. Hey, look, do a pull-up. Oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, I just stand there, you want to go sideways, or you want to go one arm, you want to go this way, like what? Which way you want to go? Well, I don't know. Alright, so I need to hit this for 10. See if we can do it. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 da. Ooh, wrong grip. That would have been weird. I'm going to go with the wide grip. set a timer and stick to it this time. Next set. I'm a little stuffed up, I apologize. I get bad allergies. 290 for 8. Five. All right. No spotter. Sucks. 666. I live with spotter. What do you want me to do? Open the garage and yell? Maybe a homeless guy coming up from the wash. Hey, bro, can you spot me real quick? I can go to Home Depot and see if anyone's still hanging out in the parking lot. Guy's working out at his home and he's benching without a spotter. Just the fuck you want me to do? We got to get on Craigslist and put an advertisement out. Maybe have someone come over. It's such a stupid thing to say. No shit. I do have spotter arms though, so if I have to bail on the weight, I just set it on the arms. It's right above the chin. So bink. But if you knew anything about weightlifting, you know what a rack does. No spotter. Breathing hard, Gavin. Yeah, I'd like to see you hit 1.5 times your body weight for 10 reps. And you might have a little heavy breathing for a minute or two. Is that abnormal? I guess I would ask, what's your point, Gavin? Are you saying, is that a good thing or is it like a negative? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading the comment wrong. I apologize if I am. Landman. Yeah. No, he's fine. He can, I mean, I am. Just use no clips. I don't put clips when I bench, but I do have spotter arms. So this thing's right there. Those stick out about a foot or two. So if I got to bail on the weight, I just set it on there. Samet. Hello, son. Maris. Christina deleted it. I'm not even going to look at it. Are you natural? No. Read my pinned comment, guys. Pro card. Ian. What do you mean? Is the app you use for workouts good? Because I'm thinking about switching apps. So currently, Dayton, I'm using an Excel spreadsheet that I downloaded from Lifting Vault. And it's called the Candito 6-week strength program. Now, if you get the app Lifting Vault, it has pretty much every program known to man, and you could usually you just put your numbers in and go. You could tailor it to your specific needs. But I don't know if there's an app I would use specifically. Renaissance Periodization's got a good one. Landman, thank you. I use clips because I bent my bar and they could slide off. Man, that's rough. I worked out with a bent bar for about a year. Thank you. Somebody said nice body. I can't read that. Teeny Bath TV. What did you serve, if you don't mind me asking? I was a United States Marine, 11th. I was 5th Battalion, 11th Marines, Romeo Battery, 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit. Is a true heavy lifter fart a lot? Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have to ask my wife. Carlos. I don't think so. How much does it cost? How much does what cost, Dayton? Gavin. I figured you were. Where are you from? I'm from Illinois and I live in Las Vegas. Epic battle. Yes, I'm going for my pro card soon. Well, your comment just said pro card, so it's like, what about it? Context matters. I bench 50 pounds. I'm 12. That's pretty good, man. My son's 13, and I want to say, what did he bench? It wasn't that much. I don't know, 50, 60 pounds? He can deadlift to 180. I love Epic Battle Hub. I love Renaissance Periodization because Dr. Mike is better than Mike Menzer. Mike Menzer he was ahead of his time, but he was also a sales pitch for Arthur Jones's Nautilus machines. If you go back and look historically, Arthur Jones is the one that came up with the high intensity protocol where you take basically one set to failure, but he was advocating the use of his machinery. Now, Mike Menzer had really, really good success with that, and I did Mike Menzer's HIT style training for about 3 years, using the Wendler 531 as a scaffolding for programming the weights. Now, I was able to put 300 pounds on my total using the one set to failure principle. So you do 3 working sets, 3 warm-up sets, 3 working sets, 1 set to failure, and you're done. That worked until it didn't. What happened is the intensity of the workouts became so severe that my body was starting to break down. So we kind of, after consulting with Renaissance Periodization and kind of diving into like the science, the evidence-based community, like Dr. Mike Israetel, and who's that guy that got the, anyway, that their ilk, I discovered that like there's a really good reason why you want to periodize. So usually there's training blocks where I'll do high volume, like the classic, like Arnold workouts where you do 10 sets of 10, that kind of thing. And that's like a conditioning block. And then you'll transition into like a more normalized program like the Wendler 531 or like a conjugate program like Westside Barbell. And then as you get closer to competition, you go into what's called a peaking block, where you start like really going super heavy and you drop the accessories and you just work specifically the lifts you're going to be doing on the platform. So you have like different blocks for different things. Maybe you're weak on a lift, so you want to do say you're having problems with squats. Well, you might want to do squatting 3 or 4 times a week. But how long do you want to do that for? Probably only 3 or 4 weeks. So you got to, there's like, people that are trying to like bench more, I'll tell them to up their frequency. You can bench 4 times a week if you want to, if you're struggling with the bench, but you can only do that for a short period of time before you start having adverse effects. So a lot of times that's where people that are trainers come in handy, because they can help navigate you through that. Do I want to adopt me? That depends. Are you PS5 or Xbox type of person? Do you know someone named Roy from the Army? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm 5'9". I know a lot of people named Roy. Beef organ supplements. I couldn't say about the supplements, but beef organs are really good for you. I'm on weed and Zens. Okay. I never tried deadlift before, and I thought I was able to pull 405 pounds. It wasn't bad. Yeah, no, it's really good. On your first attempt, 405 is actually outstanding. It took me months to get to that. But that's pretty heavy. So that's heavy enough where I'd also want to like see what your form looks like, just so that you're not setting yourself up for an injury. But it's really good. I'll say this without knowing anything about you, your leverages, we'll say your moment arm distance between your knee and your hip, that kind of thing. Make sure the bar is traveling in a straight path up and down. The good way to get your deadlift form, when you pick the deadlift bar up and you're holding it, when you set it down, note where you're standing and where the bar is on the ground when you set it down, because your body corrects itself when you're lowering the weight. That's probably going to be really close to your deadlift form, is where you set the weight down. Take a mental picture of where your feet are, where your back is, where your arms are, and that's going to be right about where you want to be when you start the deadlift. Yo, Ian, I asked how tall you are. Josh is talking to you. Let's see your BWC. That's going to cost you some money, buddy. Carlos Guillermo, are you a good cook? I think so. I think I'm pretty decent. Rashid Sadi, hard to believe. What is? Epic Battle Hub. You need to pay for that. Yeah. I like tall stuff. There we go, this moron. YouTube has flagged this stream. This content might be in violation of guidelines, raising a strike and permanent deletion. Except for that's not how YouTube works. They just end the stream, trust me. I know, because it happened. I didn't realize I was violating one of their terms of services. I make, if you go look at my page, I have a lot of content with firearms. We go to the range. I'm a Marine. We got guns. And I was kitted up, and I was gonna start lifting. I still had my stuff on me, and I just thought, oh, it'd be cool to show the stream my shotgun, and I had my Ruger P94. And I did. I got online, and the stream was going fine. And when I pulled the Ruger out and I opened it up to show clear, and I showed it to the camera, and someone said, hey, I don't think you can have firearms on YouTube Live. And I was like, why wouldn't you? There's firearms all over YouTube. Stream cuts out. Oh, shit. I get a message from YouTube saying, you have violated our terms. If you want to appeal, I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? So I didn't realize this, but under their live stream terms of service, it clearly states you're not allowed to handle firearms. I was fine to have them on me, but as soon as I held it in my hand, I was violating their terms of service. I didn't know. I was like, oh, well, that seems stupid. Like, why can I do content off live? And I guess it's for safety reasons, because if somebody gets injured or does, like, say, whatever, does something with the firearm they shouldn't, you don't want to live stream that. So it's for safety reasons. So notification, we are doing a prank. Yeah, but it's like, you're doing it a lot. Like, we get it. And you're not the first one either. It's like, it was funny you guys got me the first time. The first time I saw that, I was freaking out. But now it's a daily thing. It's like, random reviews. Let's see. Now I'm worried about injuries. I wonder if I should attempt that again. I'm not saying you're going to hurt yourself. I'm just saying, take a look at your form. Just make sure everything's good to go. You're working with some pretty heavy weights. And I'm not saying you had bad form. I'm just, I'm a dad. I'm concerned. And we should get you in the gym, my boy. Oh, shit. How about the Houston Texans? Roidhead. What about him? Israel. I'm Roidhead. What are you, cock holster? No, let's see. Okay, notification. You've apologized. Now you're apologizing for apologizing. If you want to hang out and talk, it's cool, dude. Let's move on. What supplements do you take, in all caps? God, I take a lot. My daily vitamins, I take zinc, magnesium, D3, B vitamins, and that's really about it. For lifting, I take L-citrulline, vasodilators, vitamin B3, which is niacin, stuff like that. BBC in the gym. All right, let's do, what do we got? Second set, 290 for 8. Let's do this. There's my wrist wraps. Where are they? Oh, here. Run all night. Gonna run all day. You guys are enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. Stick around. I'm trying to build a good community of people that have a sense of humor. Don't mind a little bit of crap talking. But we're not looking for feelings. Leave your feelings at the door. Let's see. I was just thinking, what was his name? What about them? He used to Israel Garcia. So that'd be a good channel name for like radio DJs. It's Roidhead and Cockholster on X95. Unk is so strong. Thank you. Tougher questions. What supplements do I take? I don't know, Josh. I mean, what are you trying to do? Arm day is on point. You know, I rarely do arm day. I'll be honest with you. I do mostly just compound lifts. Bro wants to show a real BBC. I'm not sure what a BBC is. Ian, can you shout me out, please? Well, you've been doing it all stream yourself. Everybody check Ian's page out. He's an aspiring bodybuilder, and he's a naval recruit. He'll be joining the Navy. Let's show him some love. His channel, he just started it, and he's what do you got? 50 subscribers. He's trying to build that base up a little bit, and he's been one of my moderators for quite some time now. I consider him a friend, and sometimes he's annoying, and sometimes he's not. Eli Nicholson, he hit 315. I'm following my program, but I could probably do 315 for 10. Big Barbell Club. I don't know if I qualify for that. Zyro's Garden, what's up? What's up, Kat? A good point. What if there was a podcast collab with a bunch of competitive lifters? We do from time to time. I was trying to do split streaming there for a minute, but there was like technical issues. And you have 38 subs. Yeah, show Ian some love, guys. YouTube has podcasts, but I don't know much about it, so I need to look into it. All right. How many reps was this? 8 or 10? 8. So this is 290. Pause that last one. All right, next set. For all the tea in China. 305. That'll be my working set. Set my timer here. Whew. Evan, what's up? Epic Battle Hub post YouTube shorts. Yeah, I was doing a short a day. What's up, Evan? Go to channel. Oh yeah, Evan. My kind of lifter. Everybody check out Evan's page. Evan Colella. He's got the. He is what I wish all young men of your age would aspire to do. Be. I wish I was showing my son your page, and it was like, hey, check it out, man. Like I really like. I like to see what you're presenting. Just dudes at the gym having a good time. I dig it. I like the way you lift. I like your attitude. Carlos Skull. What did Carlos say? BBC Big Barbell Club. What do you need to do to qualify for that? Random reviews. Is that bar harder or easier for benching? Is it like the same? It's weird because a lot of people say it's harder for them, and I'm using the really wide grips, but I feel like I can generate more force. So I think it's easier. It just depends. Some guys have a really hard time with the static grips because they're a certain distance apart. And I think that the wide grip, I don't know. For me, I could just when my chest gets tired, I can shoot my arms out and kind of muscle through the lift. So I hit 315 for 11 on this bar, and I was only able to do it for 8 on the power bar. But that could also be like maybe I was tired that day, dehydrated, long day of work. But generally speaking, I feel stronger using this bar. But the reason I use it is because I've had a previous shoulder injury, and I feel like it's a little bit safer. Just rotating that grip out, it's more of a normal position. There's not as much stress, I feel. And that's the reason why I use it. So one of my strategies as a power lifter is I have 3 barbells that I rotate. I rotate the normal power bar, and then I use a camber bar with a bend in it that's got an extended 4-inch range of motion for a really long stretch. And then I use this. So I rotate between the 3, and I feel like I get a nice a range of stimulus, so that when I get on the platform on that day, I'm just ready to go. When you die from organ failure 30 years before you should have, it'll be worth taking steroids. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Well, that's a pretty presumptuous comment because you really don't know anything about me. And I could tell you that I work with a doctor and I'm actually really measured about what I put in my body. And I could tell you I'm probably healthier than you are. I know my health metrics because I get regular checkups. Like, when's the last time you checked your blood pressure? When's the last time you had a physical? Do you drink? Do you take over-the-counter medicine like Tylenol and Motrin regularly? There's a lot of things I could probably point out in your lifestyle that's way more dangerous than what I'm doing. But you guys have what's called contempt prior to investigation, and you don't know anything about what you're talking about, so it's a waste of time to try to convince you that I'm actually probably 1,000 times healthier than you are. And I don't know, we'll see, I guess. But, your sentiment kind of sucks. I hope this guy dies. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm going to just curse you. I hope you die of organ failure. Thanks, I appreciate that. I was hoping for ass cancer. What age did you start taking steroids? 46. I was 100% natural until the age of 46. And you can actually see those videos on my channel. When I started making YouTube videos, I was an addy. I'm on more than TRT, Moomin. So I would be considered on a cycle, even though it's a really small one. Yeah, and how did the organs fail? Do you even know how that happens over time? I mean, do you know anything about the processes? I mean, like, what are we talking about? What specific compounds? How long have you taken them for? It's usually high blood pressure causes organ failure. So high blood pressure is the number one killer of men over the age of 40. So that's something that you want to monitor regularly, and I do every morning. I have a blood pressure meter, and I put it on my wrist, and it tells me my heart rate, my blood pressure. Usually I'm about 120 over 70, which is great for a 50-year-old. Sometimes it's a little elevated. It gets like up to 130 over 80. You know, if I've had coffee, I've been working all day, maybe a little dehydrated. You know what I mean? So in your blood test, it'll tell you, it'll measure things like creatine in your urine or protein in your urine, which would indicate like problems with the kidneys. You measures your triglycerides, your cholesterol, your how thick your blood is, that kind of thing. Steroids can cause people to have more red blood cells. So, you know, maybe you have to give blood every few months. That's possible. They check things like that. If you have kind of deficiencies, like vitamin deficiencies, a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D, but why? So usually that traces back to a vitamin B deficiency because your body's not processing it properly. You can do all sorts of awesome changes just from getting regular physicals. And even though it's a little bit expensive, it's definitely worth it. You know, I get guys that these sanctimonious pricks come on my channel and tell me things, and they don't even probably haven't seen they're sitting on their couch fucking eating Cheetos, playing video games. Like, yeah, this guy's not gonna live very long. It's kind of like maybe you should worry about yourself. I'm doing pretty good over here, but I appreciate your concern. And the other thing is like I never really put too much into the comments because I don't feel for a second that you actually care about my well-being. You know, where do you live? I live in Las Vegas, Ant-Man. AI should be in everything. Epic Battle Hub. Context. What are you talking about? You look younger now than you did when I first started watching. When you first started watching, I was going through some profound changes. I was losing weight. I lost motivation to train. I was still training, but it was really half-assed. I was working super long hours. There was a lot going on in that year before. And then when I did decide to go on TRT, I waited. I struggled with it for, I don't know, 6 months because I knew that I could no longer say I was a natural lifter. And I also knew how YouTube was when it comes to, you know, they think, there's people on YouTube that think that if you take steroids, it's somehow bad. And like, I disagree with that. I need to somehow come up with a, I don't know, a moral justification. And to me, that's like, you're sanctimonious, get the fuck on, you know? Like, it's really, I don't care if you don't like it. I'm not doing it for you. I don't even know who you are, you know? Okay, on my soapbox. I started taking vitamin B, and 3 days ago, I already feel 23% smarter. If you have a deficiency, they can dial you in. It can definitely help, especially if you have issues like brittle nails or skin issues. Maybe your eyesight's having problems, or you're having cognitive issues. You feel foggy, and that could be something as simple as having like a vitamin B12 deficiency. You might, if you have a magnesium deficiency, your downstream effects of that is your inability to absorb vitamin D. It can cause low testosterone. It can cause muscle cramps. It's interesting. The human body is interesting the way it's an engine. And, when we're messing with the endocrine system, we're basically, you take a man that's, oh, there goes my timer. People ask me like, well, what would you do if you go off? I'm like, I'll go back to the way I was, which was 220 pound record holding natural power lifter at the age of 45. But I probably won't. And there's also, there's a bunch of health issues associated with low testosterone too. So it's kind of like what you got to do is list the good and the bad and compare and decide which the better route to go. And for me, when I went on, it changed my life. I felt like I was 20 again after a couple of weeks. I can continue to doing the things I love at a high level for how long? I don't know. I have no idea. I have young kids. I can play with them. I participate in their sports with them. Most dads can't. So maybe I'm sacrificing a little at the end so that I can have a better life now. I don't know. Maybe. Is it better if I live longer and, I'm not even ambulatory? Maybe I'm rolling around in one of those mobility scooters and I got one of those little claw grabbers so I can pick some of my cup up or I could pee in a bottle or something. Do you wrestle? Adriano. No, I do like MMA training. I agree. Just do what you want. No need to get people's approval and validation. Epic Battle Hub. Yeah, and normally I would agree with that. The only problem is I want people to have good information, and YouTube's full of such bad information. You got these idiots that get all their shit off of TikTok, and they think that everybody that has any kind of physique is taking trenbolone, which is like the worst thing you can put in your body, and it's 1 out of 100 compounds that someone could take. And they don't understand that like doctors can prescribe this stuff and they monitor you. So you have a team with you. You're not doing it by yourself. They think anybody that lifts just goes down to some back alley and gets like bathtub testosterone made from horse piss or something. It's like, I don't know. Is it possible to do it in a way that is less of a risk and promotes longevity? I don't know. There's another argument is like, what about guys like, I always use Peyton Manning as a good argument. So when he broke his neck and he was out for that season, he did a cycle. He did human growth hormone and as well as some other compounds, and he healed his neck and he got strong. And there was a little bit of controversy when he came back to play for the Broncos because they were suggesting that he was not natural anymore. And even though he passed all his tests and everything. But here I am saying, like, you got a man that's at the twilight of his career. He's in his 40s. And he's got one more season to go, and he makes his money based on his physical ability. And you're going to say it's a bad thing that he healed himself? Like, what's up, sweetheart?
Do something.
Can you please close the door?
Do something.
Oh, come on, sweetheart.
Well, it didn't affect that.
Yeah.
So, it'll be fine. Anyway, how are you?
Oh, am I? I'm okay.
Yeah,
What's up?
do something.
Do what? What are you trying to tell me?
Uh,
Why did you come out here?
To bother you?
You're doing that.
And say hi to everybody? Because it was kind of getting a little boring staring at you.
Oh, were you watching me?
Yeah.
Thanks for kicking my drink over.
Nothing spilled though.
Uh,
Probably because there's like nothing in it. By the way, I forgot to put your coffee pot back on the thingy when it made noodles. So I just did it.
So you took a new, fresh pot of coffee that I just made.
It was still hot. I could feel it when I put it back on. And
Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Stop using my coffee pot.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
You've never remembered once. Actually, this is the first time.
What? No,
How old are you?
10.
In 10 years, you've never put it back.
That's not true. You've just never seen me.
So now I have a nice, fresh, cold pot of coffee.
It's not cold. It was warm when I moved and sat there.
Did you at least turn it back on?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
How many reps am I supposed to do this for?
Okay. You're welcome. Bye bye.
All right, 305 for 6 to 8. So let's see. Wow, Jason Blaha, you look amazing. Okay, that's a weird one. John, you should do a rich piano call. It will shorten your life cycle. You have 23-inch arms. Della the Destroyer, that's right. whole family rats. I'm trying to think of something like funny comeback, but I don't have anything. Actually, I actually am friends with Jason. Him and I talk not frequently, but we correspond. He's another masters lifter. He's in his 40s, and I want to say he's got around a 1,500 pound total, which puts him in like top 40 status. Too much makes me anxious. I drink coffee all day and night and fall right asleep. You think Elon has ever lifted a weight in his life? Billionaire dork needs some testosterone. Scott. I would be surprised if he wasn't on something at his age. With his money, he's probably on. Um, oh, anyway, I don't know. Let me do this set. All right. I have to do 8 of these. What was that? 305. What did I hit that for? 10? So I'm supposed to do 8 and 8. All right. Military press. Let's pull down. All right. Well, I guess I could have left the weight on there. I need to use this bar. All right. Freshly wild. So, the reason I got stuttered up when I was talking to you guys, I'm looking at my phone and I see this message drop down, and it's Paul Mayorkeen, my boxing trainer. Him and I had a little bit of a falling out, and he was just, I was reading it, and he said something about taking down the videos with my daughter. And while I was trying to talk to you guys, I got enraged because I was thinking, fuck you, piece of shit. I ain't taking anything down. You and your team can suck a dick. And I was like thinking about like, oh, look, this guy's an asshole. I want to make sure and leave this guy like the shittiest reviews possible. He's a really good boxing trainer, but he's a fucking awful human being. Fucking, I'm gonna screenshot those. Oh, dude, you threatening to come after me? We'll see there, buddy. His name is Paul Mayorkeen, and I guess he used to work for Freddie Roach, but him and there was a reason they had a kind of a falling out or something because he got really mad when I mentioned it. And he was on Manny Pacquiao's team, so he's got a really good pedigree. Like he's a professional boxer, but he just turned out to be a real piece of shit. So anyway, I was reading that on my phone while I'm trying to talk to you guys, and I was just like, all right, where's the chat at? People be wild with these sexually lingos nowadays. Oh yeah. Pansexual is like bisexual, but more inclusive. There's only two things you can stick your wiener in. Let's see. What else is there to add? Were you in the Iraq War? Yes, Landman. Bad review from the strongest media arena. No, dude, you threaten me, I'm gonna light him up. I switched to gyms. I train Muay Thai now, but there's another boxing gym attached to it called Split T, and a lot of those guys used to train with him, but they no longer associate with him, and they warned me when I signed up over there. And I thought, well, why? What's the problem? This guy's the nicest guy in the world. And he is nice. When you meet him, he's super accommodating and friendly. But he's just a dirty, underhanded piece of shit when it comes to money. I think he might be a tweaker too, because he acts really weird. He wouldn't let me take any video whatsoever. So I got a couple of videos of my daughter doing mitt training with him, and I posted those. And he got, it was just really weird. He wanted. I don't know. I'm not taking any videos down. He could suck a dick. Babe, I'll show you the messages. I haven't responded to him yet, but I can tell you it's not going to be a good response because I'm officially pissed off. You know what it takes to get me angry? To cross the line to where I want to now go do something to you? That's a line that's really hard to get me to cross, and he just did it. 3 things actually. Steven Sullivan. Ever done trend? Lee. Yes, I tried it for about 2 weeks, and I can tell you right now, it's some strong stuff. I felt like if I would have stayed on trend for any longer, it probably would have shortened my life significantly. We'll put it that way. You can only go 2 ways. People act like there's a million different options. That's why they try to make up new things. It's like they're bored with just using male and female. Like you can only be one. But I mean, you can call yourself whatever you want. But at the end of the day, you either have a hole or a pole. Both sprints and single leg squats. I don't know what the context is, but I will say that they're good squat accessories. That joke came too late. Have you ever done an Ironman? No. We weg o Wegoby, Wegoby. He's repeated that comment, so he really wants me to see it, but I don't know what it means. Wevo, I don't know. What's up, Jonathan? Bob's in the house. What's up, Bobby? Do you have a hole? Yeah. Is steroids worth it, Kenny G? I would say, well, they are. Are they worth it? That's. Well, I need context, Kenny. I mean, worth what? Worth. What are your thoughts? Like, what's your preconception when you're asking me that question? Oh, what is your contempt prior to investigation? Like, what are you envisioning when you say, are they worth it? Holy shit, I thought this was Shawn Michaels. Can you say happy birthday to my friend Gage Shoechuck? No. Yeah, happy birthday, Gage. Does pineapple belong on pizza, Mr.? No. And we had it the other couple of weeks ago. My wife and my daughter ordered a pineapple on pizza from this pizzeria. And I'll be honest, it wasn't half bad. But no. Kenny G, I've been working out for a whole year now and I've gained muscle, but not as much as I wanted. For a whole year. See, I don't know. How old are you? If you don't mind me, I'm not going to advocate for the use of steroids unless you've really tried it. You're training hard and you just, because that could be something as simple as just switching your programming up. We all hit plateaus. When I was a natural lifter, I got stuck at like 310 pounds on the bench for a year. All I wanted to do was bench 315, and I just couldn't do it. But then I got a trainer, and he switched my program up, and within a month, I was up to 350 pounds. So it's kind of like one of those, like, have you examined all of the aspects that are holding you back before you switch to something like going on PEDs? Because here's the thing, Kenny. PEDs will only make you about 15, at the high end, 15% better than you are now. So you have to imagine yourself 15% better than you are. That's not worth fucking your endocrine system up and making permanent changes to your body. You can do some really horrific stuff by going on steroids, and I would want everybody to research all of the adverse side effects that come with it, and there are a lot, up to and including death. They will absolutely kill you. Now, that being said, you're like, well, you're on them. Yes, I am. But I'm very, very, very careful about what I put in my body, and I work with doctors, And I've had side effects, and I've had issues, and we've had to mitigate those. But can you imagine if I wouldn't have had a doctor or a team behind me to present those adverse effects to so that they could make adjustments and get me back on track? I would have done irreparable damage to my body, and who knows what. Shorten my lifespan. All for what? Now, I'm an elite level powerlifter, and I'm training to compete to beat records. Specifically, I want to get into the USPA Hall of Fame. I want to go down as one of the best 50-year-old powerlifters of all time, and I have a ways to go. But there's an argument. I'm in that conversation. So, for me, it's worth it. But most kids just want to look better. Women don't care about this shit. It's like, who are you doing it for? You got to really examine your motivations, define your goals, and then maybe it is appropriate. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, we all do what's best for us, and I want to see good things for people. I just want people to be informed and have good information. When you start taking steroids, how does it affect your mental? I've had no issues with that, but here's the thing, Danny, is I'm not taking excess amounts of them. I mean, guys like just some of the bigger dudes at the gym I train with take 10 times the amount I do, and who knows what that does to you. Taking it consistent for bigger muscles is very, very well. I don't know. There's compounds. Well, see, but Rich Piana is also a genetic outlier. He would be considered a far end case, like an extreme case. So the outliers don't prove the rule. They don't. They're not good data. So you take someone like Rich Piana, who if you just go by the cycles he posted online, was already 5 times more than most people would even consider taking ever. And he was doing it. That's just his cycle. He was also very extreme. He had implants. You know, Rich. There's a lot of things Rich did to himself, and on top of that, he probably had some party drugs in there too. Mm. So I don't know what kind of healthy outside of lifting. I don't know what his lifestyle looked like. I've met Rich a couple times. Nicest guy in the world. Usually an open book, but you know he's so far on at the end of the bell curve. How could you use him as a comparison? You know what I mean? You got to go with like the average person. What we did is we went on to Open Powerlifting or powerliftingwatch.org. You go on there and it shows you all the rankings and competition results for powerlifters going back to the 70s. There's a couple 100,000 lifters. And you can go to 4 different weight classes, natural and untested, and kind of you can aggregate the data. Like say you pick 100 lifters from each weight class and you run a bell curve, and then you can compare those the guys that are on gear to the guys that are natural, and you look at the bell curve differences between the two, and it comes down. And we did this. We took 100 lifters from 4 different weight classes, and we made a bell curve for each one of them. We excluded the outliers. And what we came up with was a difference of 10 to 15% across the board. It was actually like 13.8%, something weird like that. Why is it 10% to 13? Well, as the weight classes got bigger and bigger, you know, the data gets skewed because of there's certain things that skew the data a little bit. But it's, you know, that's the only place on the internet that we could find where they have statistics that are kept that can compare directly natural to untested lifters. So there's nowhere else that you can aggregate that kind of data. So how accurate is it? I don't know. But it kind of lines out, because if you look at my numbers, when I was natural, let's see, I was 45, 44, and I had the USPA national records for the 220 weight class, and I had to right under a 1,500 pound total. And now I'm 50, same weight class, and I'm pushing a little over 1,700 pounds. That lines up. That's like 10 to, excluding programming and diet and life changes, and you know, just assuming that everything's the same. That's about a 10% difference. Yeah, a little bit more fit. Yeah, but right in there. They still test you for them. Whoa, 6 months. Damn, because some of them don't look their age. What are we talking about? Guys need to stop lifting for people on the internet and just lift, stay healthy and in shape. Someone will always be stronger. Oh yeah, for sure. Crazy Kermit. I know cyanide though, but like there's also a lot of, I could say the same thing about the people commenting because a lot of people are emotionally disturbed. But like they'll come at guys like us and they'll be like, you know, they call us narcissists, but then you read some of their comments and it's like all like resentment and hatred. It's like, well, you're essentially projecting the same thing that you're railing against, except for they have results and you don't. So it's one of those like doctor heal thyself kind of situations. You'd think that percentage is mostly due to a lot of people who take steroids but aren't dedicated lifters. There's a lot of, see, that's the thing, and that's one of the other reasons why it's really, really hard to get solid data in the fitness community. You know, a lot of the tests they do, like even like Dr. Mike Israetel, Renaissance Periodization, he's a sports scientist and he does this kind of aggregating of data for a living. He would be the first to tell you that trying to get good samples of lifters so that they can make, you know, decent studies is almost impossible. You know, they run a lot of the studies they run where they take tested and untested and they do direct comparisons. You know, it's hard to get people that are experienced lifters to volunteer to do a study for 6 weeks to a year where they're told, hey, you got to stop whatever you're doing and do this shitty program for science. And guys like us are like, fuck that, I'm not doing that nonsense. So it's hard to get guys like us to participate in studies like that, if that makes sense. What kind of creatine should a thug like me take? The kind that says creatine, Philly. They're all the same. You listen, they could argue all the differences they want, and there's really no difference. You just take the one that is the best price to get some value out of it. I get mine from bulksupplements.com. Just looking jacked. When did you bench? About 5 minutes ago. Oh, that reminds me. I need to get on it. Oh, did my little ringy didn't go off? We're gonna do superset. Philosophy. I'm almost done. All right. Bro skip leg day. Yeah, I did that yesterday. What I hit? 500 for a set of 8 on squats? The son of man. You know what's weird? I get guys like come on my page and say I skip leg day who can't squat a third of what I can. I don't even know you, and I know I can squat at least 3 times as much as you. B-ball journey. My point was you got to live certain lifestyle to get results. I'm natty and total 1,500 back when I was competing. Nice. How old were you when you did that, B-ball? That's about what I was when I was natural. But I didn't go on test for this. I went on test because I had low testosterone, which is not abnormal for a 46-year-old man. Like, I don't even know why it's controversial, and I don't think that what I did was wrong. What I like is, I would like the sanctimonious noble natties to, I want to change the arguments to like older gentlemen that could have a much better quality of life. I want to break the stigma that it's a bad thing to use modern medicine to have a better lifestyle. I mean, if you think about it, like, unless you're sitting at home and you don't go to the doctor and you don't take prescriptions for anything, you don't even take Motrin or Tylenol, like, how dare you, like, tell somebody who's suffering from an actual medical condition that you go get treatment for it and have a way better quality of life, that it's like a bad thing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of hypocrisy. Functional legs are better than crazy massive legs. I don't know. I don't think mine are that bad. I don't know. They're strong, that's for sure. But I'm not a bodybuilder either, so. Whew. Almost completed the forever sequence on the decline sit-ups. Nice. You can live a certain lifestyle, just put in double the work of everyone else and get the same results. It's just how fast you want it and how much time you're willing to put in. People want fast. I would hardly consider an American record-holding powerlifter to have not put the time in. The guy's got the national records for the USPA as a natural. He's obviously been training for more than a few years. And he's 46 years old and decided when he gets his blood checked, he's low. So he decides to go on testosterone. And now look at him now. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what the argument is. Like, it's great if you don't need it. That's fucking awesome. But you are in the minority of men who don't have low testosterone in their 40s and 50s. What's a sign of someone that needs his testosterone? The machinist. Yeah, depression. If you, like, anybody can get depression for a variety of things. Life sucks sometimes. But if you're noticing your depression, brain fog, libido, maybe you're just like your lack of sex is, there's a lack of interest, you're losing passion for doing the things you love to do. There's a lot of those can be caused by other things, but if you start noticing those, then maybe it's not a bad idea to go get checked because it could be something else too. Low testosterone is just one of many things that can cause that problem. So you go to your doctor, tell them hey, this is what I got going on. Oh, testosterone. Wow, it's low. It could be other things too. It's just good to get checked up anyways. And I went on testosterone within 2 weeks. I felt like a 20-year-old. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, wow, I wish I wouldn't have waited this long. I probably had low T for a couple of years. And I still trained anyways. I still forced myself. I had the discipline to keep doing it. I stopped loving everything. I was a video gamer. I got online and I played with the boys like every night. And I just stopped. Just one day I'm just like over it. Like all the things I love to do, I just stopped doing. All I wanted to do was sit there and watch YouTube videos. And I got to thinking to myself, I'm like, is this life? Like, what's going on? And I'm glad that a friend of mine, he's the one that said, dude, you should probably get your T checked. You seem like you're a little, I guess. So it wasn't even me that came up with it. It was a buddy I was working out with. And as a matter of fact, he harassed me for a couple months to do it. Because I didn't want to lose my natty status either. Because I knew like there's sanctimonious pricks on the internet that just like act like you're, I don't know. I don't know what it is to them. Mr. Sigmelin, no, we got to the same weight class and settle this. Let's see, what does he say? Leon Edwards is the most aesthetic physique in the UFC. I hadn't really thought about that. I just turned 40 and have low T. Did you get checked out, Justin? You go to if you want to use my clinic, it's Helix HRT. They'll prescribe you anything you need. Trust me. My doctor told me men can take prenatals too, and it helps them a ton because it has a ton of vitamins for mom and baby, so you get all these vitamins just for yourself. Yeah, that's right, Cyanide. You can. How do you work out the lats with the lat pull down at home? How do you work out the lats without a lat pull down at home? Let me show you, Keaton. Whoa, without a lat pull down. Yeah. Grab onto something and you pull up. Wee. Helps to not have a barbell in the way. And then if those get too easy, you put I got a little homemade weight belt that I use. I put it on the waist, and then I'll wrap some plates into this sucker, and then they hang between the dangle off your tenders, and then you do pull-ups or dips with weights. You go on Amazon and buy a weight belt. I actually have one, but I lost it, so I rigged this thing up. Somewhere in this garage is a proper weight belt. I just need to clean it out. All right. What time is it? Good, 9:29. Let's go. Much better pace than yesterday. 20 kilograms weighted pull-up for 8. I think I use a kettlebell. I have one of those kettlebells you can add weight to. Yeah, this thing. And I just wrap it. I find this to be easier than wrapping it around plates, because you can make this 100 pounds if you want to. I think right now it's 75 pounds. Doc's recommending every man gets blood draw of testosterone levels while young, so doctors can follow throughout your life and prevent. I mean that's okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, there's some studies that recently came out that show like the alarming drop of testosterone in men in America, and it seems to be in our country more prevalent than others, and I think a lot of that is because of what they're putting in our foods and environmental factors. Okay, fine. What time is it there? 9:40. This might be a little bit too much weight, and not that I can't pull it down, but it might pull me off the ground. So we'll see here. Uh-oh. Yep. Whee, so I can just do pull-ups. I gotta lower it. Coming every time. sign that is totally untrue. Just remember, the bulkier you are, the less flexible you are. You train flexibility. Dude, I can almost do the splits. Like, I'm probably more flexible than most of the people in the chat. you go to check out my videos, like with me doing Muay Thai and some of my stretching videos. Like a lot of people, they can't just like bend over and touch their toes. It's like not even warming up. I can almost do the full splits in both directions. Because I train it. I train flexibility. Whew. If you're big and bulky and you don't stretch, you're going to be not flexible. But if you look at Juji Mufu, the guy, he can do like ninja stuff. DH Tino. I'm almost done. Didn't that happen to you yesterday, Austin? Same joke. Maybe give him up some new material, buddy. Blinky people like you are gross. Come to Bayfield, Ontario. Boy, you Canadians don't fuck around, man. Every time you're mad, you guys are like, come up here and say that. I'm like, oh, ooh. Are you guys gonna do moose jousting? You 2 men, 1 moose, and a big long pole. Marines, United States Marine Corps. John is not one of those 19-year-olds smart enough to work for. You spelled it wrong. The irony, nah. He's learning Muay Thai. Yeah, I trained boxing before that for what, a half a year, and now I'm in Muay Thai. And I used to kickbox way back in the day. It's true. So it is true. It's 100% true that if you're untrained, you're going to not be flexible. And that's the stereotype. The big bulky guy can't even scratch his back. But muscle size does not affect your ability to be flexible. Your lack of flexibility training is what's causing that. You're doing repetitive motion. You're not doing anything but this. A lot of bench press guys, you see these big, huge dudes, and all they do is board presses, and they can't like scratch themselves. Well, yeah, but you give me that guy for 2 months, and I'll start having him do stretching, and he'll be just as flexible as everybody else. It's just, you have to put the effort in. When is your next deload? Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks from now. Big deload too. Settle this match of naked, oiled up wrestling. What match with who? Who are we talking about? I think every man should know some combat. It's very important. You never know. Yeah, let's see. You got a lot of these infantile egomaniacs that are untested, insecure. They bark a lot. Guys like Joey Stacks, that guy's always talking shit and he's always pulling a knife out. Those strength cartel guys, they're like always walking around like, trying to be intimidating and angry, and it's like, come on, dude. Like always hard, always turned on. Like you can't take a joke. Like they're not fun to be around. And I thought, like, if you just get punched in the face a few times, that goes away. You've answered that question. You know what I mean? Like strong, assertive men know they're competent enough to know that they're not made of glass and they can handle themselves in a situation, and they're not, frankly, concerned. Like when you're walking around the mall with your wife and you get these guys that want to shoulder check you, and It's like, why? Who is it? Why? What are you doing, dude? Um, what causes that? And it's because the most insecure dogs. We have a dog, Bernard, and he's vicious. I mean, he slams himself up against that door, and everyone freaks out and they're afraid of him. And he's nervous. He's scared. That's why he acts like that. You get the most vicious dogs in the world. They're just like calm. The guys that don't act like that are the ones you got to be scared of. What's a good starter workup to bulk up? Caesar. I'm a big fan of starting strength 5x5 for people that are new to lifting. I think you could just a simple, straightforward, linear progression program that will eventually burn out. You'll come to the end of its usefulness when you start plateauing. But for a solid 6 months, you're going to get 5 barbell lifts and you're going to have the best physique of your life and a great base of strength to move on to anything you want to move on to. It's simple, it's straightforward, anybody could do it. And it teaches you the barbell lifts, 5 lifts. In order: squat, deadlift, bench press, overhead press, barbell row. These 2 are ranked the same. Barbell rows are essential. You can throw in pull-ups and dips in there too. But just do those. That's the only exercises you need to do for 6 months and you'll be a badass. Tough guys get punched once and get humbled. Well, there's a thing. So Mr. Sigma Malian, it's like getting hit. Bam! Enlightens you. It's like the first time you get hit, it's so jarring. Like all my misconceptions about wanting to do boxing or Muay Thai changed at that moment. I was like, I had a come to Jesus moment where I realized, do I really want to be getting into this at my age? Like he popped me in the head and I thought he broke my nose and we were just sparring. And I had that thought, like, that was that defining moment where in that instant I was thinking, like, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I'm getting in over my head. And then something just turned on and said, fuck that. And he got in there and got more. He beat the shit out of me for like 2 more rounds. And that was the first day was the hardest. And now I've sparred some more. I've done like 5 or 6 since then, and I've gotten better. I know how to defend myself. I went from a boxing stance to Muay Thai. I'm able to check kicks properly. I'm not getting tagged in the face, and I can fight my way out of the shell. And now I'm having a good time. But it's, I don't know. There's something about getting blasted in the face where it changes you, for the better. Talking to my wife, I met Marab. He was calm and humble. John, I doubt they are. Yeah, I don't think we're talking. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. Fighting shows your true colors, and it also brings men closer. Like there's something. I'm going to use the word intimate, but you can't be more intimate than a guy that's beating the shit out of you. And almost every single time I've gotten out of the ring, I've become friends with that person. There was one guy though who, when we got done sparring, he was just like, I don't know what his problem was, but I think that was his issues though. I don't think it had to do anything with me. I'm really trying to just bulk, not worry about cardio right now because I'm pretty slim and you get bigger first week. Dude, I'm going to tell you, Caesar, for like my first 5 years of training as a powerlifter, I did 0 cardio. 0. Well, I mean, unless you count hang out with my wife. All right, last set and I'm out of here. Let's do this. We'll go 185 overhead press. Let's see how that moves. Where the hell's my Oh, last one. Got me a little bit. Yeah. OG Boo Dirty, what's up? Saturday Night Glizzy. I know. So you talking shit to my wife? Oh, thanks, Bobby. I should have dropped that last rep. I kind of caught it. Got me just a little bit. I'll have to ice that a little. I got to be careful. Oh, Capriano, thank you. I worked up to 305 on the bench for a set of what, 11? And then I don't know how the hell much as that is on the cable machine. Let's see. 90. That's 140. And 185. Overhead press for a really ugly 4 reps, I think. Alright, guys. I love y'all. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I think I might take tomorrow off or try to convince my wife to go to Muay Thai so we can work out while the kids train. We'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. Help me get those subscribers up to 7,000. Shama, my bro. All right, guys. Love y'all.